testing. Wonder if I can hear myself. I guess so. Okay, testing. Alright, hi all Facebook people. I'm going live. This is just a cover page, just momentarily. Oh look, I've got a follower. It's Ross. Hey Ross. Alright, so trying out the new multi-camera setup. Wireless mic, all the appropriate other bits and pieces. Got some new toys. Now I'm going to have a look, see if it works. Alright, so I'm just going to go to the dual stream. And you'll see. Hi! So, okay, we've got camera 1 here. And we've got camera 2 over here. So, camera 2 is going to be looking at the floor and checking out, oh shit, can see that light? Yeah, no, that light's not going to work. It's all good, don't need it anyway. So, camera 1's basically looking at me sitting here if I'm working on the computer, and using the left-hand screen, because I've got 3 screens, 1, 2, 3, using the left-hand screen for editing bits and pieces, like for instance if I bring up, say, Armorsmith and drag Armorsmith over instead, down the bottom you'll be able to see Armorsmith. So yeah, that'll give you an idea of what's what and who's what. So as you can see, this is what I'm currently working on. Oh, 3 people, hi! So drop me a message, let me know who's who, because I can't really see who's doing what. So anyway, currently working on a Terminator. It's a little bit of a balls up looking thing at the moment, but I'm only using the base models to create the templates and then modifying the living crap out of it after that. So, hey Noel, how you doing? Welcome. Alright, so, anyway, cutting across to the larger view. Alright. There we go. Okay. So that'll give you a bit of an idea of what's what and who's what, and I'll just put him back there a little bit so you can... Look, you can see him! Alright, so, yeah, hopefully this microphone works just fine. It's all new, it's just hanging around my neck. I need some glue and some brushes and alright, so hey look, I can see my feet. Alright, so as you can see, oh really, that's a horrible position for this thing, but that's alright, I'll just wriggle on in. There we go, that's probably better. Close enough. Alright, oh, move the mat. So, what I've got here is parts of a boot. Alright, this boot is absolutely huge. Here's one I prepared earlier. So, I can actually use it as a hat. I can probably use it as a dress or a skirt or something to live in even. 66 centimeters, 65 centimeters long by about 35 centimeters wide. In inches, I think that's around 13.5 inches wide by about 20, 30, crap, I don't know, 24, 25 inches. Yeah, I got no idea. I can't do inches. It's all good. So anyway, I've been cutting bits out and gluing bits and going a little crazy over the last couple of days. Oh, hello. Okay, we've got some... Get back to work. Yeah, I know. I've got to get back to work. So, what have we got here? Oh, God. Jeff, what the hell are you doing awake? Go to sleep. You're in the US. That's, like, really late at night right now. Alright. So, this bit fits about there. Give or take. Now, I've already done this, cutting this piece out, cutting this piece out, cutting this piece out, and gluing those. I did those yesterday, but I didn't stream it, so But one of the neat little tricks I wanted to sort of show you guys is, I'll come up to the camera so you can have a really close look at it. So, yeah, there we go. Now, you see this lovely little line here. Well, I haven't actually, made that line special. What I did is on the inside, I've cut about a 60-degree wedge into the foam, about halfway through the foam. So it's pretty hard to see, but you can sort of see where it goes there. And then you glue it down. Now, when you glue it down, it'll give you that nice finish, nice smooth edge, which gives you that awesome effect all the way around. So, but at the same time, when you're doing things like this, especially if you're going to freehand this rather than pattern it, you want to make sure that you cut your V's in to allow the foam to bend around, otherwise it's going to warp out all over the place. Now, you can get creative and heat mold it and do all sorts of crazy stuff, but this is the quick way. So, alright, let's get gluing. Now, here's where it gets real boring because, now, oh, by the way, the glue, the bells. The glue is called Lamy-Weld, alright? Now, this is the 4-litre version. It's anywhere between $80 and $100 Australian, and it kind of kicks the crap out of contact cement because it contains a hell of a lot more latex in it. So it's a lot more rubbery, a lot more elastic, and sort of seems to stick foam a lot easier. So now what I got here is my little brush keeper, which is an old container of thinners with a little bit of thinners in the bottom of it. So whenever you're gluing, you just want to have something crappy like that sitting around so that you can drop your brushes in after you finish gluing. Otherwise they'll gum up and it'll take forever to sort out. So the glue itself is quite runny. Don't know if you can see that. I can. We're going to start with the toe. Yeah, we can start with the toe. Okay, so now here is a neat little thing about gluing that I've picked up. When you're doing your edges, okay, you do your edges all the way around, keep rubbing back and forth with the brush, kind of like painting, you want to cover the entire thing over. Now, with any contact cement or any stuff like that, you've got to work pretty quickly, otherwise it dries. But here's the neat little trick. Overlap on the edge, so go right up over the edge on both sides of it. So on this side and on this side, so on the inside, so you can get so you can actually get like glue on both right on the edges. Now I'll show you why you do that in a second. As always, got to apply the glue to the other part. So this is going to make my toe piece for my Terminator boot. So the Terminator boot, I'll give you an idea of the size of the actual Terminator. He's up in the top left-hand corner there, as you can see. Wow, this is the most amount of people I've had on my stream. They must be bored out of their brain. Hi everybody, welcome to Cosplay Forge. Saturday afternoon, rainy day, cosplay gluing. Yeah. Alright. So, now why I did it on all the edges is because when you actually apply your part A to part B, hang on, let me come up there. So when you put part A to part B, you can actually get it to stick, and then, well, this isn't tacky enough yet, but you can get it to stick right on the edges. Alright, so which means that you won't have any gaps, any foam gaps and bits and pieces, edge gaps, but you have to be pretty precise about when you're laying it down. So, stupid me forgot to line this up properly, so I'm just going to have to guesstimate where it's supposed to go. With a little bit of... yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, maybe... ooh, starting to get tacky. Alright, yep, that's about right. Yeah, looks good. Alright, so. Oh god, I'm an idiot. Yeah, let's do that again. Yeah, that's good. Okay, starting in the middle. That's because the toe's already stuck down. So, I'm just going to roll the edge all the way around. You can kind of take your time when you're doing this to make sure you get it right. Now understand, if you don't get it right, you can always use thinners to dissolve your glue and peel it off and put it back on again. So it's not the end of the world if you fuck it up. Excuse my French. Spanish, Latin, Gaelic. Alright. Yeah, okay guys, I haven't looked at the screen for a little while, so I will get up to the chat in a second. Just let me glue this to make sure I've got it down. So, alright, now the other side, of course you got stuck. So if you guys are interested, those who are local to Brisbane, Gold Coast, etc., I will be at CosCon on the 20th of October doing a foam crafting lecture thing, which will be pretty cool. So I'll be covering all these sort of things, all these little tips and tricks live, probably making something while I'm there. Might even bring some foam and we can make it a hobby day. So sit down and build something. That'd be cool. So the foam I'm using is EVA 140 7mm foam. Now I was working with EVA 75 10mm foam, which I built the Space Marine up there, in, and it worked out quite well. But the 140 is considerably stiffer, which means I can make it thinner and still keep the size and shape and all the rest of it. Now, kind of bit off more than I could chew with this Terminator, because as you can see, the boots, well, there's a lot more to go on the boots yet, so a hell of a lot of trimming and bits, so it will tighten up and will get a bit more rigid. But I did find a really unbelievably cool stuff, which I'm going to let you guys know about. So there you go, see, the toe is on, quick and easy. Now let me grab this stuff so I can show you. Oh. So, this stuff here is called Maxi T. Now this was straight and this was cold bent. So it is, you can bend it. It's kind of like a plastic board. So it's very strong, and normally I'd use aluminium for reinforcing. But this stuff's actually lighter. So this whole piece weighs about the same as a piece of aluminium, a fraction of the size. So this is what I'm going to be using as reinforcing inside the suit. Oh. No, Batman, I'm not going to be fitting in through doors. Alright, he's gone anyway, but he'll find out later. So, alright, who have I got left? I have no idea how to tell who's still here and who's not. Alright, gonna switch to this screen. There we go. Hey! So, alright. Jeff, yes, my involvement is entirely currently large scale. I don't do there we are. I don't do little scale tabletop stuff. I do go and watch it. I go and sort of hang out and chill out with the guys. But yeah, outside of that, I think my hobby is just as expensive as your hobby, which is not good. Alright. So I wish this thing would actually tell me who was on and who was not. Oh well, it's okay. So, alright. Let's get back to some cosplay building. Alright. So, Mr. Boot, Mr. Shoe, alright, is interesting. But anyway, so what I've done, all I've got here is a little bit of a lip edge, but as in like I didn't quite get it spot on. But I'm not going to be concerned with that because that's getting covered up by a whole nother double strip which goes around here. So to make the toe piece, and then you've got the armor buffers and kick guards or whatever. Plus this one's going to have a lot more crap hanging off it than what the other boots are. So anyway, I guess you're bored. Don't want to watch me anymore. That's great. Peace out. Thanks very much for watching the Cosplay Forge, and see you soon.